Let's look at latest CAF Extended 3.0 running on Rummy POCO F1. To begin with, let's quickly get into about phone session. The version is Android 12 and uses security patch from 5th October 2021. And there is also options like CAF system version as well as CAF vendor version. Kernel coupled here is as usual the Siva no-name kernel, which is of course a performance based one. Under system settings, there is option for multi-user settings as well as the backup and reset option as well. The developer option is by default enabled, and there is also a new option integrated called as MI Extras. It is not something new. Who have already used AEX or CAF Extended before, you will be able to select different performance thermals from here. Since my favorite one is No Limit, I have selected the same one for all gaming as well as for benchmarking. All tests I have done in this video is with No Limit thermal. Moving forward, under security session, there is option for screen lock, fingerprint, smart lock as well. There is no option for face unlock or IR face unlock. Since it is an early version of Android 12, options are not integrated. Maybe in future versions we can expect those options. And out of the box, ROM is not encrypted. If you want, you can encrypt it manually, I believe. I do remember that I have done the same on Android 11 based CAF Extended. Fingerprint as well as the screen lock works pretty faster here. I have never faced any lagging issues with these options. Moving forward, under display settings, there is option for brightness control as well as screen lock and dark theme switching. There is no option for display cutout management. Dark theme switching works pretty well, as well as tap to wake is available, but I didn't find that is working perfectly. When it comes to battery settings, the first option is higher battery usage. This option will allow you to understand which application is using most of your battery. Also, there is option for enabling or disabling battery percentage. Under notification settings, you can enable or disable bubble option. Also, you can manage the notifications on lock screen. Wallpaper and styles includes all kind of wallpaper settings here. And the dark theme switching, also the themed icon option is available. The themed icon is new and it does its job well. If you notice closely, you will be able to see that the icon themes are changing according to the theme. Even though it is under beta state, it works very good. Next important thing we have to check is the display cutout. Under developer option, the display cutout option is available and the hide option also available. You will be able to hide your display cutout from here, but it is not that much rounded as usual. We can expect this to be improved by next build. Under connected device, you will be able to add your Bluetooth devices, whether it is your smartwatch or your Bluetooth headphones. Both are working pretty fine as far as I tested. The Android 12 QoS panel here is pretty smooth and solid. I didn't notice any jitters or lags while opening or closing QoS panel. The ROM does lack the FPS meter, but it does includes a screen recorder, and unlike any other Android 12 versions, this ROM got the perfect screen recorder working, and it is capable of recording internal audio and microphone at a time. After enabling the screen recorder, I didn't notice any lags or jitters, which is something great. When it comes to recent menu, the ROM does include screenshot and select features. Both are working well, and swiping from left to right, you will be able to see clear all option as well. All options are working pretty good. When it comes to dialer, the ROM does not comes out with any automatic call recording feature. You may need to rely on third-party one if you want to do so. I couldn't find any issues with calling as well as receiving calls. Everything works pretty smooth. Next is the Google Assistant. I did notice that the Google Assistant does not work from the lock screen. Actually, it does work, but sometimes it won't work, and it can work perfectly over on screen. Moving forward, the ROM does not pass a Saftynet checks for now. When you go to Google Play Store and settings, the ROM is not Google Play Protect certified. The ROM comes out with OpenCam as its default camera application. If you want more options, you may need to rely on Gcam application. Out of the box, the ROM is not rooted. Now it is the time for talking about benchmark scores. AnTuTu scores 4,19,000 plus and Geekbench scores for single core 506 and multi-core 2105, which are above average scores for Snapdragon 845. To understand more about performance, I did do a 30-minute CPU throttling test. As you see, from beginning to end, graph was on green. I couldn't find any major drops. Overall, the ROM managed to pull out 2,17,000 plus as GIPS value, which is something great. You can expect a above average performance from this ROM without any doubt. When it comes to power menu, the ROM does includes emergency, lockdown, power off and restart buttons. By selecting lockdown button, you can lock your phone, but you need to use your PIN or lock screen to unlock the device. You won't be able to unlock your device with your fingerprint. This is what it means by a lockdown. One thing I noticed here is even after I finished benchmarking and CPU throttling test, the phone temperature was less than 45 degrees Celsius, which is something great. So now that being said, let's do a gaming test. BGMI with smooth plus extreme settings. Overall, the ROM experience was really good. I didn't notice any major lags or bugs with this ROM. It is not completely bug-free. There are some Google Assistant issues as well as double tap issues, something like very minor I would like to neglect since it is an early version of Android 12. Everything else that you need to consider this as a daily driver is working pretty smooth. And yeah, the Saftynet does not pass us as well as the Google Play certification is not there. Maybe by next update they will be fixing it. Without any doubt, you can try this ROM. If you are someone still waiting for a AOSP based Android 12 ROM, this ROM is for you. Pretty smooth, pretty solid, as well as a performance beast. As the gaming experience was really great on this build. I never noticed any major frame drops as well as any lags. So that's it guys, hope this video was helpful to you. Like and shares are always appreciated. I'll catch you in next one.